All right, welcome to the Direct Snap. This video is going to be about us going over Oklahoma in Week 2. They have a matchup against Houston at home at 6:45. What do you think about that?
I think it's going to be a fun matchup. I think that OU fans are going to get another game where they can be happy and watch the freshmen or the young guys that they want to see. Yep. And it's going to be just another chance to watch OU look really good before SEC play. Mm-hmm. But I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of tests or anything like that. I think that it'll be a pretty good game for OU. But it's hard to really look at what you're watching whenever you play games like this, just because it should be a complete mismatch from start to finish.
Yeah, but it's one of those games, just like Temple, where it's like you're kind of waiting for the score to start getting bigger and bigger. But I think Houston is a little more advanced, skill wise. I think they're a little bit better than Temple. But I also think the score could be worse because I think we might figure some things out with our O-line and stuff we were kind of struggling with last week. I think. If we did figure that stuff out, I think it'll be even more of a bad score. I think it'll be, even worse and definitely covering the spread. The line right now is OU 4 touchdowns, 28 points, which I think I think that's going to be an easy cover.
Yeah, I definitely think it'll be an easy cover. I honestly think they may double that. After watching Houston play this last week, if they run their actual offense and aren't just trying to run the ball into the ground and just end the game through the second half, I think OU's got a chance to break some records in this game.
Yeah, losing to UNLV is rough. They look like a good Group of 5 team this year, maybe one of the top 5, but still, you're now in the Big 12. You're now a Power 4 team, so a lot more is expected of you.
And what they did last week just won't cut it through this season or any other season for that matter. Currently, the OU sack record in the Brent Venables era is 6. They had that last week, and I'm pretty sure they had it once last season also. And the current OU sack record in general through the last 20-some years is 9, which they put up against Texas 3 years ago, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But after watching Houston's offensive line, which was just mental mistake after mental mistake, and I think that OU is going to be in the double-digit sack range. Yep. It's one thing when you're just physically getting beat and going against better athletes, and that's going to happen. But the mental mistakes just can't happen when you're trying to play a game like this.
Mm-hmm. I think it's our last tune-up game. I think next week against Tulane isn't necessarily a tune-up game. I think that's another step up in competition, so I think we've got to take that more seriously. But this is the last week, I feel like, for all of the coaches and everyone to kind of tune things up and figure stuff out. Because after this week, and Tulane's a little bit harder, but I think we take them seriously. And then after that, it's game time, SEC.
Yep. And something that a lot of people aren't really talking about this week is this is kind of like the first game for the offensive line. You're getting Jake Taylor back. You've got a chance to get Josh Iosa back. You've got a chance to get Branson Hickman back. You don't know what the starting offensive line is going to look like this weekend. And because of that, you don't know what the starting offensive line will look against Tulane or for the future either. So you're just going to continue to see progress, I think, there in that area. And then also along the wide receiver front, I think that you got Deion Burke cemented as one of your dudes. But then you got J.J. Hester, you got Brennan Thompson, who we know that they can contribute. They're speedsters. They got a ton of potential, but they just haven't put it on the field yet. Yep. And this week, OU's hoping to get Nick Anderson back. That'll be a big help. And then also, they're hoping to get Jaquez Petaway back on the field. He'd been suffering a little hamstring soreness, and so they went ahead and held him out of the game last week. So getting a guy like that back can do wonders for an offense, just putting speed and explosiveness on the field.
Yep. I'm also excited to see Sharp again. The first touchdown last game was Sharp, and I got really excited. I was like, whoa, we got a tight end touchdown? Like, we actually have a tight end now. So I'm also really excited to see that for sure.
Yeah. And then last week, Bauer Sharp was one of our team captains.
Yeah, he was.
And this week, Jake Roberts, our other tight end, is one of our team captains. So we'll see what they can go and put out there on the field.
Yeah, it might be kind of a test to see which one we like better,
I hate to say it this early in the season, but I love Bauer Sharp on that field.
Yeah.
I think that his athleticism, his mindset, everything. There was a video this past week that came out with just him mic'd up at practice, and he's a crazy man on that field. And I love watching him play.
Yeah. All right, so that was our take on OU for week 2. Houston coming to town. It'll be interesting. I think it'll be a blowout, but yeah. So like and subscribe. We really appreciate all that. Any more watch time or subscribers we get, it's good for us.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll see y'all.
Leave a comment with any questions. See ya.